Good evening. Back for another month. It's February the 8th, the month of Aquarius. Oddly enough, we're also in the year, or the age of Aquarius, in the year of the water dragon, all of which means great change. And that's what we're here to talk about. As I said in Octave Evolution, we would begin a series on applications, something that uniquely I'm very gifted at. I don't mean it in the patting myself on the back ideology. I mean as a true recognition of my own talents, my own acumen within this lifetime. I know how to apply philosophical understandings in a way that it enhances my life. That's what I'm going to give here. The very first topic within this series, within the orange octave, which is called the Art of Living, the very first series for this month is going to be that of deconstruction. See, what happens a lot of times is, especially when individuals are new to conscious awakening within a lifetime, they tend to want to expel and absorb. They want to absorb all of the sort of consciously elevating information that's out there, and then they want to, in essence, expel the truth that they have on other people and raise their own conscious vibrations. See, but that's not the first step to gaining conscious awakening. The awakening necessitates a few steps in order for you to get into harmonic alignment within the individual lifetime. The very first step when you become awakened is to deconstruct. That which is going to be the series, or the topic this day, is called Clearinghouse. Deconstruction is a conscious activity. Clearing house, so too, is. Clearing house means just this. Your life is basically a house. It has a foundation, which is usually provided to you by your upbringing, and then support structures, which are put up by you when you, in essence, construct your ego. And then the refinement of that becomes whatever spiritual acumen that you use to give the house flesh, and also life, substance, the things that you surround your space with. So we're going to start there. The things that you surround your space with are very important because they represent the state of your inner space as well. So it's necessary when you consciously awake to take an actual conscious stock of those things that are in your surroundings. And I mean vibrationally. Look at them. Really look at them consciously. Don't look at them in what they mean to you. Don't look at them in the apparent value that the thing possesses. Look at the thing. Look at the clothing. Look at the furniture you have, the pictures, the paints on your walls. Look at them as if you've never seen them before and judge them as they are, not for inherent worth or value. Because nothing carries an inherent worth or value. You bring that to you, bring the value to the thing with your own energetic identification with it. We're going to get into that in a second, but what I mean is this. Once you go into your environment and you look at all of the things that reside in that environment, then you can begin to take stock of that which vibrates at a frequency that you no longer do. Some of it is going to be at exactly the same frequency you're at. Some of it will be at a high frequency. Maybe it's something that inspired you to awaken in the first place. Some of it, however, will be detrimental to continued growth. And in order for you to continue to grow, you have to get rid of it. Here's a conscious activity for you. If you're in a position to give away your stuff, and I don't mean sell it, I mean give it away. Take time and find people who will appreciate the material things that you've collected to you in this lifetime more than you will, and then give them to them. Physically, go there yourself and give them to the people. Tell them you want nothing in return, except for them to appreciate the object itself. The truth is, if on the other side of this, if you really, really want that thing, you'll be able to get it again. But freeing yourself of it energetically that way will net you something far greater than the material possession keeping it ever could. There are people who have this disease of mind who think that material possessions provide some sort of comfort. We call them hoarders. They're spectacles. Many people become hoarders and don't even realize it, because there's another type of investment, energetic investment, that happens in a lifetime. It's not just the material possessions that we collect, it's behavior patterns. Almost 99% of people on this planet are actually hoarders because they are gathering to them behavior patterns, belief structures, habits that are, well, rotten, deceased, non-beneficial, detrimental to continued life. But yet they never clear house. They never actually go back and take an inventory. See, once you take that inventory of the outside, it's easier to do it. You understand the methodology of how you would need to do it then on the inside. Once you've given away all your stuff, then spend time going at the stuff that's within you. And I mean everything. Nothing has inherent value of its own. You provide that value by your identification with it. Here's what I mean. The idea that you're a man or a woman, that is not yours. That was given to you. That was given to you by parents who said, I have a boy, I have a girl. Girls wear pink, boys wear blue. Girls do this, boys do that. At some point you bought it as your own notion because it was reaffirmed in every social structure you went to. How many of you, though, when you consciously woke up, went back and asked yourself, am I really a boy? Am I really a girl? Am I really a person? Am I really a human? Do I really exist? Are these really words? Do I behave this way because I am my behavior? Or am I doing it in response to a bunch of behaviors I've collected? Do I need to keep up with this habit? Or has this habit become an unconscious behavior pattern? A routine? Something that you do without thinking, legitimately, like putting on your shoes. Do you need to wear shoes? Do you need to wear pants? Or do you do it because you unconsciously assumed that you would be doing it for the rest of your life? And then you relegated it to a place where you don't bring conscious questioning into it again. Clearing house is the admonition that the house is you. Everything that surrounds your space, the space itself, and everything that inhabits that space, that is you. Start with the smaller aspect, the more doable. Go outside and clear house of the house itself. Then you can begin to clear house within your mind space, within your habit patterns, within your routines. It'll lead you to a concept called energetic investment. The reason why I'm telling individuals that they should do this, one, is because I've done it myself. And I mean done it. I've given away all my stuff consciously. Every single thing that I possessed, I gave away. And I still survived. But yet, before that, I was sure that I needed those things to survive. I was wrong. Once I gave them away, what I found was life, not survival. Then, I cleared house on my mind. I went through and I said, well, is this mine or was it given to me? And if it was given to me, do I want to keep it? That's the question. Answer it honestly, yes or no. And then get rid of that which you don't want to keep. Keep that which you do. And for everything else, trust yourself. Energetic investment means just this. Every single thing that you invest energy into keeps that energy. You do not get it back unless it's an appreciative investment. That's something that's actually an entire topic that we're going to discuss. But for right now, we'll stick to the energetic investment. Let me give you a tangible example. You get a car. You think you have a possession? Really? Or does that car possess you? You invest energy into working to pay the bill for that car. You invest time, energy, and conscious attention into making enough money to put gas in it, You maintain it constantly. You clean it. Every piece of energy that you give to maintaining that possession keeps and does not give it back to you. The more that your outer space and inner space is filled with such things, the less room you have to grow, the less energy you have to use. In your mind space, habit patterns represent the same sort of energetic investment. Let me give you an example. I believed at one point I was a man. So I invested in a lot of energy into making sure my habit patterns were consistent with my idea of being a man. I wore a certain type of cologne. I bought a certain type of clothes. I walked a certain way. I talked a certain way. I acted a certain way. All of those constitute not only the time that I needed in order to learn these things, the time that I needed to assess them, the conscious energy that I went into manifesting them, and then the money, time, and conscious energy that I invested in maintaining them. Maintaining that habit pattern, maintaining that structure, maintaining that program. That's what you're going after. You're going after unconscious programs that exist within your conscious life. That's why the first step of conscious awakening is deconstruction. This leads us to totality. Totality for today is understanding that first steps most often are digging oneself out of a hole that they exist into. People don't realize the detrimental effect of being a part of this society if you're unconscious, even for a small portion of it. It is a society of layered programs and illusions, where the deep programs cannot even be accessed until you deal with the surface programs that will allow you to see the deeper programs. So many of them are relegated to assumption, straight assumption. Never question again. Here's another one. Money. We assume money will always exist. We assume that it always has. We assume and attach money directly to our survival. We say, hey, I gotta work because I need money. I need money to buy food. I need food to live. Only one part of that statement is true. I need food to live. The food never asks you for $1. Not a single dollar. Fish never asked you for money before you ate it. What you need is the food and the ability to get it. You need the resources. We've just attached resources, interchanged them with the idea of money, and relegated it to an unquestionable and irreproachable topic. Not so. Nothing is irreproachable. Anything that you can actually construct the question to ask is obviously approachable. Here's another one, obviously. Is there a God? Is there a God that's relevant to your life? Some people would say that is a blasphemous question, or you cannot question the existence of God. Well, I just proved that wrong because I did, didn't I? I actually verbally questioned the existence of God. See, I'm not going to give you answers to these questions because that's not why I'm here. What I'm here to teach people is what they don't teach you. How to question. How to use the mind that you've been given. That's my application. It's the first step, is learning how to retrain yourself. And to do so, you have to untrain yourself. You have to get rid of all training, period, all programming. Go back even to your name. Is your name who you are? Did your parents know you when they gave you that name? My name is Matthew Sean Ewing. I am neither a Matthew, nor a Sean, nor a Ewing. All of those things were given to me by people who wanted me to be something. They had expectations of me, but they weren't based on who I was. So it was my duty to then go and deconstruct that so I could find my true name. But I couldn't find it until I did. I leave you.